So Nintendo is suing Pocket Pair for Palworld, huh? Yeah. Oh, by the way, hello people. Another beautiful day. Yep. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good or excellent. Look, I don't talk about Nintendo that much after the Wii U situation. Once I figured out what was going on, and I don't really talk about them. I did a video on the Switch too, but that's about it. But now they're taking the Pocket Pair to court over Palworld, talking about it infringes on their Pokemon intellectual property. Listen to this. Says here Nintendo and the Pokemon Company have sued Pocket Pair, claiming Palworld violates patent. It says in January, Japan-based developer Pocket Pair released its survival Palworld. The game became a massive overnight hit on both PC and Steam and Microsoft Xbox platform, where it was a day one Xbox Game Pass title. In less than a month after it launched, Pocket Pair stated that Palworld had 25 million players, which includes 15 million Steam gamers and 10 million Xbox players. However, many people noticed that Palworld cute creatures branded as pals look very similar to the creatures in the Pokemon game franchise. While not naming Palworld by name, the Pokemon Company made a statement soon after the game launch that it had received many inquiries regarding another company game released in January 2024. It added that it had not granted any permission to use Pokemon assets in the game, and said it would take appropriate measures to address any act that infringe on intellectual property rights. It says, well, that day has come. In a press release, Nintendo, a part owner of the Pokemon series and the Pokemon Company, announced they had filed a lawsuit against Pocket Pair in Tokyo District Court. It says the press release, this lawsuit seeks an injunction against infringement and compensation for damage on the ground that Palworld, a game developed and released by a defendant, infringed multiple patent rights. And then it says Nintendo will continue to take action against any infringement of intellectual property rights, including Nintendo brand itself, to protect the intellectual properties it has worked hard to establish over the years. The press release did not indicate how much compensation Nintendo and the Pokemon Company were seeking to get from Pocket Pair. As of this writing, Pocket Pair has yet to issue a statement about this new lawsuit against the developer. We will update this post, and if Pocket Pair release a response. And that is that. And then we got 4 comments. Let's see. CCL said this: who did not see that coming? Basically, they waited to fatten the cow. Then Internal said this: curious. It's patent violation and not copyright or trademark violation. What game mechanics has Nintendo patent? And then he has a link to Fines Law / Small Business Intellectual Property / patent. I'm gonna leave that link in the description box. And then he says a patent protects inventions and new process. Copyright protects original works of authorship and artist works in tangible form. Published and unpublished original works qualify for copyright protection. Then Emperor A said this: I bet they will say the key mechanics of the game, catching and battling monsters, etc., is the thing. And then he says, I feel like this could be the first L Nintendo suffer in court, and it would be deserved. Then Emperor said this: Game Freak and TPC, after failing to make a decent Pokemon game, are furious and envious of what Palworld has done, I bet. Hey, TPC and GFC, maybe you make a non-boring game. Legends Arceus was a media core at best, and Scarlet and Violet were a hot mess and void of life. Well, we'll see what comes of this whole situation. But from where I'm sitting, this is Nintendo chasing clout, and they were going after content creators too that were a big fan of theirs, and they were just trying to get their name in the news any way they can. Then they filed a patent to Tears of the Kingdom for some gameplay mechanics. And now they're going after Pocket Pair. Well, we'll see what comes of this. But game studios now can turn around and say, okay, you copied our mechanics and put it in your game. Because Mario is not the first adventures to use the mechanics that Mario uses in video games. There's plenty of games that are out there, even Zelda, you know. If you look at all the Zeldas, game studios now can zero in on Nintendo and say, okay, look, you have been copying our gameplay mechanics and we never did anything because we weren't thinking about lawsuits. But now that you're going after Pocket Pair now we're turning our attention to you. So this could open a can of worms, man, because studios can come at Nintendo and say, okay, you have been putting this in your games. You didn't create this. We did. We were the first game that did this. So this could open a can of worms, man. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see what comes of this. But yeah, this is just Nintendo to me chasing clout, because I've never seen a studio, as long as I've been playing video games, I've never seen a studio file a patent over some gameplay mechanics. I've never seen them do it. You know, until I saw Nintendo did it with Tears of the Kingdom, and they were trying to act like they were the first one that came up with that style of gameplay and that style of mechanics. So studios now can really turn on Nintendo now, even if they find, they could look at Metroid and say, okay, we came up with this mechanics. What you're doing is in Metroid is similar to what we're doing here. So it can open a can of worms, man. So we will see what comes of this, you know. So yeah, game studios are watching this, because they're gonna be calling Nintendo out like, you were never the first to do this or this and this, but this type of gameplay that we created, it's in your game. Just saying. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting and to see what comes of this. So Nintendo is in court again, you know. So, but this, to me, this is all about staying in the spotlight. That's all this comes down to when you look at it. I mean, sure, you got to protect your properties, but how far are you willing to go with this? Because if you're going after studios if you go after Pocket Pair like the way you are now, then game studios, every game developer that make video games, they can look at all your games and they can look at the games that they create and be like, okay, and then they can come after Nintendo. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what comes of this, but I'll keep you guys in the loop though on what's going on with this. But yeah, this is just Nintendo trying to stay in the spotlight, you know. So yeah, and I find it interesting that they filed this in Tokyo court, not in like say Japan court or whatever, you know. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what comes of this. But yeah, you know, Nintendo is being, in the game industry now, Nintendo is being petty, you know. So you know, they tried to they're trying to go after any and anybody, but they best beware that studios can come after them now, because they can look at all the games they make and say, okay, we were the first one that comes up with this. We were the first one that created this type of mechanic. Why is this in your game? And then they can take it to court. So this can open a can of worms, man. And then you're looking at the user base now for Pocket Pair from like PC and Xbox, and the players, they got something to say about it too. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna keep you guys posted on what's going on with this, to let you know. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still Star Wars, Star Trek thing, Boris, Star Trek. Go. Peace.